The sauce.
What's happening, Form?
Oh, I've been great, gamer. I'm about to talk about Aziz Al-Yami here in a little bit.
Smell bad in the Pog chat.
Might want to stick around for that. I'm going to be talking about Evidence.zip and what I think about everything that was said in the video. I watched it all the way through, and I have some choice words to say, I think.
What are some of the words you're going to be choosing?
Maybe the word, the Evidence.zip of back then is old. And that's not what I'm talking about. Hacks uploaded a video to his channel 2 days ago, I think. It's Evidence.zip 2, like literally titled that. It is the sequel. Zip harder.
What's it about?
It's about Leffen. Well, I mean, the first one was about Leffen.
Still about Leffen?
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot to talk about. Oh my god, he did the extendo.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too. Like, fucking, the dude has like opinions on fighting games he doesn't play too.
Yeah, I might as well start talking about it now, right? Not. Yeah. This is the official SAUZ word on Leffen hacks and Evidence.zip 2. Zip harder. Oh yeah, Leffen said some dumbass shit about P+, but whatever. I mean, about his dumb takes though. One of the problems people have, primarily hacks, I'm gay, primarily hacks has with him is the fact that he'll say something and it's like gospel, I guess, you know. If you disagree with his opinions, you get banned or blocked or what have you. If you want to, and that also means that if you want to like partake in his chat, you gotta say things that he wants to hear. But well, yeah. Their actions speak louder than their words, right? Like that's one of the golden rules. What Evidence.zip 2 had going on specifically is that, so hacks gathered up a lot more information this time. He has like everything from Zip 1, like yeah, that exists. Now there's just a whole nother zip. And he believes the evidence provided in his video is damning enough to warrant some sort of action to be taken against Leffen. So, according to hacks, Leffen's done a lot of like bad shit, like conceptually terrible things over the years. But I don't know, a lot of people wouldn't consider it that bad, right? I mean, yeah, banned from tournaments internationally. So, he's done a bunch of things that are bad, but not bad enough to on their own warrant like taking action. But altogether, it shows a pattern in his character that hacks calls legitimately evil behavior. So in the video, he presents a significant case in favor of getting him the fuck out, banning him from like everything. That's what he wants. His end goal is to kick Leffen the fuck out and then move the Smash community forward. That's all he, at least as far as what he's said. Beyond that, I don't know. I mean, like, you could say that he's trying to profit off of this with the fact that he puts the word box, you know, his logo at the beginning of the video before starting it as like a little advert. Like, that's kind of weird. You could say that Hacks is trying to profit off the whole situation, much like Hacks himself says that Leffen's trying to profit off of any situation that he ends up getting himself into. So, list of charges. All right, this is the list of charges. At least that's what Hacks calls it, a list of charges. Anyway, so you know what? Maybe before I get into reading this, I'm just gonna give a rundown of the video or what I think of the video. Okay, I think the video is fucking nuts. All right, I think Hacks is insane. Maybe not clinically, maybe not like technically insane, but he's up there. Yo, can we move to the stream chat actually?
Yeah.
User join your channel.
All right, video's insane. All right, he starts the video like with the Hitler quote, but he like that was a bad move. I've I've already said it over and over, but I can't get over the fact that he thought that was a good idea. And on top of that, throughout the video, he references Death Note more than 0 times, which is way too many. He talks about Death Note too much. And he literally compares Leffen to Light Yagami from Death Note, and how if he wants someone gone, he uses his phone and his Twitter account, which is essentially a Death Note. That he says that. He says that in the video. He calls Leffen's phone the Death Note. So one other person has more followers than Leffen in general, and I think it's Hbox.
Pretty sure it's Hbox, yeah.
Yeah, he starts the video with the Hitler quote. He says Death Note at any point in the video. That's pretty bad. He does a pretty bad job of just keeping things grounded, all in all, right? Like, if you're looking at what's on screen right now, the word totalitarianism should not be popping up in a Smash player's vocabulary in regards to another Smash player in the Smash community.
Yeah, that second point already, like, fucking throughout his career, going as far as to influence entities such as TSM, Red Bull, and Samox to distort the truth with propaganda. Like, this is really hitting, like, conspiracy theory territories for me. Like,
it's pretty insane. He makes a lot of bold claims, and he presents them in a way that's like super grandiose. It's funny because you're kind of laughing at like how goddamn serious Hacks is about this.
Yeah, like you said, he brought up the Death Note thing with a like fucking straight face.
Yes, straight face compares him to Light Yagami. That is his name, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
Compares him to that dude, and straight faced says Leffen is trying to attempt totalitarianism. By the way, if you're thirsty, I highly recommend hopping on over to tentaclegrape.com, using the affiliate link there, and getting yourself a nice ice cold bottle of Tentacle Grape soda. Maybe get yourself a track jacket while you're there. Anyway, he makes these bold claims. He says them straight faced, and because of that, it doesn't matter what the fuck he's saying, right? He made it out to be like this is all happening on a scale way greater than like just the Smash community, when it's not. It is just a video game, just people playing a video game. He does it, and he compares them to a genocidal maniac, right? I think he compares them to Hitler at one point in the video, showing off this political comic of like Hitler and like Stalin and Trump, but he was like comparing Leffen to these dictators in the past, and I'm just like, I don't know, man. You should at least like say, bear with me here, I'm about to compare Leffen to an anime villain or something before you compare him to an anime villain. Like, you just dived right in. It was like really jarring. Give me whiplash. And yeah, so this caused pretty much everything in the video to kind of come off as bonkers. No matter how like legitimate his statements were, he just like sounds insane because he started off talking like that, saying that shit. In the video, he mentions that Leffen is good at easing people into accepting things that in the past they wouldn't have accepted. Kind of like any other like giant corporate hegemony or government or I don't know, psychopath. You know, he says that he's slowly been easing the people of the Smash community into totalitarianism. And I just think, like, if that's the case, if you've been researching this for this long, Hacks, to the point where you've able to make that assessment of Leffen, you should have taken some notes. Like, you should have eased the people watching your video into accepting what you had to say, much like Leffen did, so that you wouldn't get all this bad press from coming off as like a crazy fucking maniac, like conspiracy theorist. At some point in the video, he like says, after beating Leffen at this tournament that I went to a tournament wearing red Adidas track pants, and after beating him at the tournament, I noticed on stream the next day he was wearing a red Adidas tracksuit. And I was like, when he said that, I was like, bro, that is just a coincidence. But he brings it up multiple times in the video, like it's like it means something. And even if it does mean something, I don't know, man. Like, it's not.
How does that affect anything though?
He was using that to show that Leffen does give a
fuck.
He brings up good points and he brings up absurdly awful, like terrible, bad fucking points. And because of that, his presentation got comically overblown. No one actually watched it. And since he ruined himself, Leffen has no need to actually respond. The video was so bad that it ended up just sort of backfiring, and Leffen needs not make an actual statement.
But do you think Leffen will actually just not say anything though?
Oh, well,
like, I mean, he does like to talk is my thing. I'm sure he'll at least chime in or something.
That's the thing. He did chime in, and what he said was exactly what Hacks like kind of said he would say. That's what kind of got me here. Like Hacks. At no point in this video did Hacks say, I want Leffen to die, or I want to beat the fuck out of Leffen. Bro, I was looking at some of the testimonies in the video, and I was reading them, and I was like, God damn, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of Leffen. This dude's a dick. Like, I was reading that shit, and despite like me wanting to beat the fuck out of him, homie Hacks did not. Like, he at no point said he wanted to harm Leffen or do anything like that. Yeah, Leffen doesn't need to respond to make Hacks look like an idiot. Hacks kind of made himself look like an idiot, but he's not. He's not an idiot. He just kind of made himself look like one. He's not good at presentations, I guess. That said, he did post a tweet. I was about to say, before the stream, I guess, before the stream started, I was thinking to myself, man, if Leffen makes a tweet and it's just a, like, I'm a victim, I'm scared tweet, or it's like just a dismissive sentence like, get help, Hacks, like, what is it? Concern trolling? Is that what they call it on Resetera? Concern trolling? Where they act concerned, but they're trying to be condescending. If he did either one of those things, either acting condescending or played victim, I would side with Hacks. And yeah, he just made this video. No, it's not just this. This is a screen cap from the video. This is the video here. The video is very long. It is 2.5 hours long. I recommend watching it. At the very least, you'll get a few laughs. You will pause the video and think, what the fuck did I just hear? What? So if anything, it is entertaining in that sense. Yeah, he's not condescending when it comes to serious matters, or at least he's not supposed to be, right? That's not the script. When the Me Too allegations are happening in the Smash community, he wasn't making condescending remarks towards that. Of course, it wasn't directed at him. You know, the shit didn't really have anything to do with him. Of course, he made a bunch of videos about it though, right? Like, why wouldn't he? So, yeah, he said, this is his tweet in response. At this point, I don't even know what to do. Legit concerned with my safety at events with this level of things. We'll be looking into a lawyer before saying more, just to make sure my bases are covered. Bruh. Dude, you made Hacks seem like he's gonna... That's not what... Nowhere in the video... Safety? He pulled the victim card. That's fucking crazy. He was very calm throughout the whole video. He never implied he would harm Leffen. He just wanted Leffen to stop fucking going to tournaments. He's convinced that Leffen's too far gone and that he could never, like, actually come back and legitimately be a nice person. But I'm sure that if Leffen, like, tried, he could prove him wrong. Like, that's not happening, I guess. Hacks just wants Leffen gone. And to be honest, I'm on Hacks' side here. After watching the video, I don't disagree with Hacks. That shit's kind of crazy. So yeah, my greatest fear was that Leffen was going to play the victim card, and he literally did, following the exact trend that was talked about in the video, where someone says something and Leffen takes it, turns it up to 100, and makes it seem worse than it actually is. And yeah. Oh, maybe he's fearing for his safety, not because of Hacks himself, but because people will watch Hacks' video, agree with Hacks, and then want to beat the fuck out of Leffen, like me. To that, I say you probably don't have anything to worry about. Look at that like to dislike ratio. Good fucking God, this is abysmal. I think you're safe. I think you're safe, Leffen.
Besides, it's the Smash community.
Yeah, what are they gonna do?
Stand next to you after not having showered. What do you mean?
Oh shit, that'll knock him out. That'll instant KO. Hacks, on the other hand, after the video came out, I think, yeah, right here. So he says every single person who values the well-being of the Smash community should take the time to review the video / PDF that I just posted. The current generation needs to know the truth. And then he says, in response to SAUZ, who uploaded the final act of his documentary, repainting Leffen in a positive light instead of a negative one, whereas before he told the truth in the documentary. And yeah, so he I guess I have to fill y'all in on that. Damn, Harg. Yo, yo, if I had a crazy like chat, I'd be telling y'all to fill him in, but all right, I'll do it. So Evidence.zip is a stack of information, just a fuckload of information explaining to the Smash community that this guy right here, this guy is bad mama jamma. He's bad news bears, and we gotta get him the fuck out of the scene. We gotta omit him. The thing is, the video is making a huge splash because Hacks makes a lot of fucking insane statements in the video that aren't bad, like inherently bad, but he'll literally like make a statement and then punctuate the sentence with a comparison to literally Hitler or a comparison to Light Yagami from Death Note. There's just a lot of really dumb shit, but his video, like what it had to say, it said, and I've been converted. I believe Hacks. I'm on Hacks' side here. Leffen was banned essentially from Smash once before. Now it's possible that it could happen again, or it's like reasonable that it could happen again based on what I saw in the video. Yet despite that, it seems like a completely unbelievable, nonsensical thing to say. Ban Leffen from a Smash tournament? You're crazy. Like what Hack said is he's made the Smash community his community. He made it so that if someone's in the Smash community, they're following Leffen, right? And if you aren't appeasing Leffen, you're banned. And if you're banned by Leffen, you're essentially banned from the Smash community. Like, that's kind of a big deal. When I say banned, I mean blocked, banned, whatever. Blocking people with a following of his size, anyone that disagrees with him, he is splitting up the user base, essentially. He's disarraying everyone, and you're forced to either conform or just leave the Smash community. That's the big concern. Leffen's a bad dude, and he has a lot of power, and this is like Hacks' final gambit in trying to get Leffen straightened out at the very least, if not just removed entirely. And in my opinion, honestly, dude, like, this is all dumb. Every little bit of this. Evidence 1, Evidence 2, Leffen tweeting, Hacks tweeting, whatever the fuck. It's all stupid. I'm above it because I'm cool and they're not cool, okay?
Fuck yeah!
All right, hear me out.
Those nerds.
Hear me out.
Bro,
Yeah,
Zack.
fuck these nerds, okay? Listen to me, all right? So, what is the point of a tournament?
To see who the best person is.
There you go. Exactly. The point of a tournament is to deduce who the best player is among the players.
I thought it was to go hang out with your friends and go O2.
Right. To hang out with your friends and go O2. No, of course. You're trying to, like, prove your skills. You're trying to be the best. You're trying to see who the best is. The point of a tournament is to measure skill. Exactly, Hard. I think by banning people and bringing drama and all this ancillary shit into the competition, you are tarnishing the integrity of the game. If he is a manipulative dude, it's unrelated to Smash. Even if he is in the Smash community, if that's where his following resides, the game should not be threatened by any action taken against Leffen in response to the way he acts. I don't think Leffen should be banned from tournaments. I don't like the dude, but I want him to go to tournaments because, especially because he's good. What's the point of measuring the skills of the players of the game if you know that there's another guy out there who probably would have won if he was just invited, you know, if he was just allowed to walk through the doors. And ultimately, the integrity of the game matters the most to me. This other shit can kind of like take a hike. If you don't want to be harassed by someone at a tournament, I think the tournament should do a better job of separating people or you know, keeping the integrity of the matches separate from all the stalls and shit and all the interactions happening outside the game at the venue.
I'm sorry, I just have to interject here.
Sure.
I did not watch the video, and I do, to a point, agree with you. Like, if this was literally all about him being an asshole on Smash boards, I'd be like, why would you ban him from real life events? If it has to do with, like, if he has actively done things to, like, you know, manipulate tournaments in, you know, real life, then maybe, like, banning him from some of those tournaments to stop him from being able to, you know, manipulate them in his way if he does that. I think that there's a possibility that is, you know, that makes sense. Right. I think just like if he's been caught like legitimately trying to mess with real life tournaments and stuff like that, that's the point where it's just like, well, we have to stop him from doing this.
So, yeah, no, I'm with you on the integrity of the game thing, because like fucking. You don't need, like, NFL players will get, like, it takes more to get rid of an NFL player than it does a fucking Smash player. Like, people will get arrested for, like, fucking rape and shit, and they'll get suspended and then come back eventually. Like, bro. Meanwhile, in Smash, because you hurt someone's feelings consistently, like, you get outright banned from the fucking scene indefinitely.
The banning is unfounded, and the manipulation that happens in real life is of individual people. It's you could equate it to direct harassment of people in a way, but even if it's like whatever, like intrapersonal attacks, Leffen has jeopardized other tournaments using his following, and he didn't even go to the tournaments. He didn't interact with them at all. For instance, Hax's Nightclub. It's a tournament series that he hosted, and every time he was broadcasting, like anytime he wanted to run his tournament, goddamn Leffen would be running his own bracket. Leffen made his own, seemingly at least, made his own tournament series just so that he can make it overlap Hax's, so that he can take all of Hax's tournament goers, because his tournament's bigger. I mean, Leffen has a bigger following, right? And you also have to be a sub to Leffen on his Twitch to partake. I'm
sorry, I just looked at your screen here, and I just see this dude being like, what happened, bro? Who's threatening you? I'm a 6'4", 280 beast of a human. Just let me know.
Hell like, yeah. That's damn Trap Star right there. What is this? Is this him? Is this actually him? This is actually him, bro. This is him at school. Yo, what the fuck? He had no get-up invincibility.
What an absolute king.
If the point, like I said, if the point of a tournament is to measure skill, you shouldn't impede people who have literally like harmed others. No, I know I'm being pretty crazy here. Like, bear with me. If you have someone in the community, a player who is better than everyone else, and they are like a felon, they've done a shitload of terrible things, they raped, they've killed, and they went to jail, or shit, haven't gone to jail, they were never punished for it, but there's proof for some reason, like just all around awful dude, I legitimately do think that is outside of the game. And if possible, they should still compete. The point of the tournament is to see who is the best. And as much as I don't want a rapist to be the best of the best, or a killer to be the best of the best, yeah, I'm not trying to not let them, you know, prove their shit.
Check this out. We handle Leffen Hannibal Lecter style. He has a personal escort that wheels him in while he's like restrained to a fucking like dolly. They
I like that.
Bro, they unchain Leffen like Hannibal Lecter, take off his mask, and he plays melee. He does his fucking set and then gets back in the dolly.
I do think, honestly, like, hear me out. I thought about this for a while. Okay, physical tournaments should allow people who are banned from the tournaments to partake by simply sitting in the penalty box or whatever, the bad kid cube, where it's just an empty room and they are called when it's time for their set, and they otherwise are not allowed anywhere else on the premises.
Leffen, welcome to EVO 2023. Enter the punishment cube.
So that's my thing. I feel like if anything, it doesn't need to be called like a fucking. You say
Yeah,
cube,
I'm just fucking around, bro. But
yeah, I know. I imagine it still being a relatively nice, like, just, and it's a lounge room kind of.
Yeah,
Because I mean,
it's
these
just a
tournaments are
room.
held in hotels, so he just gets a fucking like empty room essentially. Whatever. There's
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
snacks in there.
It doesn't need to be a fucking cage.
I just imagine like a room and it has one of those like a big version of one of those like hamster water bottles where you walk over to it and go,
Yeah, bro.
Not Leffen in particular, but say like we had a fucking like convicted felon that got out of jail, and he goes to a Smash tournament or some shit. He gets an escort to at least make sure he's not hurting people.
I don't think it's as reasonable.
I guess what? Because you got to make sure this person's keeping them accountable and stuff.
Where are you getting this person?
Yeah, that's right. I was just saying because I mean, there's other side shit you can do at a tournament. You shouldn't necessarily just be entirely banned from the venue. What if if I have money, like,
Nah.
and I'm willing to spend? Damn, I can't like buy
No.
my fucking art.
No. You're banned, bro. You fucked up. You're banned from the tournament. You're banned from the venue. You're banned from interacting with the community. But you're not banned from proving that you're better than your contemporaries. Is that the right word? Than those around you. If the tournament is now like uncertain, like if you got banned, the actual like results of any following tournament, any super major for Melee would be in question. I would think to myself, did he win that? If Leffen was here, would things have changed? How wouldn't Leffen have gotten top 8 at least? Kicking that dude out, like, things are different now, especially for a top player. So I do think having a room, where they can sit inside if they want, or they can like leave the venue until it's time for their match, like just leave them the fuck there. Also, I was thinking like, well, shit, maybe it would be worth looking into this. Okay, hear me out. Some tournaments are using Dolphin. We've been using Dolphin for net play tournaments all of 2020 and up till now in 2021. We haven't really had that many complaints. It's pretty good. If we used Dolphin, Slippy, and we use NetPlay on the same Wi-Fi network, it's pretty much, it's lagless. The dude doesn't even need to leave the room. Like, he could literally show up, play his matches from the room. You could just use that shit.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
I mean, he doesn't even need to leave the room. He could probably do it from his own like house, honestly, depending on his connection. But I don't want to bring that up because like there's a lot of variables there. I don't know, like I don't know about all that. But I don't think malicious, awful, terrible people should be allowed in tournaments. They shouldn't be allowed to have fun, really. But if they want to compete for the sake of the integrity of the game, they should still be able to compete. I've said this before, but I don't think I've said it on stream. Probably not. I think when it comes to fighting games or any tournament game, all the other stuff that's outside the game, like sponsors, community, political opinions, it's all pushed aside. The best person at the game is the best person at the game. It is a 100% meritocracy, and if you don't like that the top player is a terrible person, then beat him in the game. Get better. And that concludes my my personal opinion. Do you guys have anything to add?
Not really, no.